Hello, everybody. I am here with another book review, and today I will be reviewing The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls by Claire Legrand. This is an amazing middle grade book that I did give a 5 out of 5 star rating on my Goodreads. I absolutely love this story. Now, what's kind of funny about how I came upon this book was I was actually in search of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and thought at the time that this was that book. It was a really great mistake because I absolutely love this story. If you are somebody who loves like Tim Burton-esque type stories or the story Coraline, I think you're really going to enjoy this story. So to kind of give you an idea of what the story is about, we follow our main character, Victoria. Now, she comes from a town that is very pristine. Everybody has manicured lawns and they get along. And Victoria is a very organized, neat freak, snob, straight-A student. And her friend, well, kind of friend, but not really, more like a project, Lawrence, is a kid who really doesn't care what he looks like. He doesn't really care about school. All he really loves is playing the piano. And one day, out of the blue, he just vanishes. And all the adults are acting really strange, and she wants to get to the bottom of it. And so she gets this feeling that she should go talk to Mrs. Cavendish of the orphanage of her town. And some really strange and creepy things come from that. That's the best way to describe it without giving you too much, because I really feel like this is a great book and I recommend it to everybody of all ages if you like creepy stories. I did get a lot of senses of Coraline in this. Not necessarily the storyline itself, but Mrs. Cavendish did really remind me a lot of the other mother from Coraline, and bugs is a really predominant theme in the story. It was so well written, so easy to follow, so smart, so creepy, surprising, not at all what I expected. There's so much I loved about this story. And one really cool thing about the story itself too, or not the story, but the book itself, is that every so many pages there's artwork. See if I can find one here, because I tend to bookmark anything. But as I was reading, it was really cool to see artwork because it just kind of added to the really creepy feeling of the story. Maybe, is there one there? No. Well, for Pete's sake, here we go. Here's when she first meets Mrs. Cavendish in her kitchen, and she's giving Victoria a little treat. But do you see where I kind of get the other mother from even this picture? It really did remind me of Coraline, but not in a bad way. This isn't like some type of retelling of Coraline or anything like that. It is just a really creepy story like Coraline was. And it was just, I loved Victoria's character arc. There's a lot of stories that I've been reading lately where I feel like there's not really an arc for the characters. They're just kind of one-dimensional, the whole story. But Victoria takes an amazing journey and completely changes her personality through her experiences, like I think all people really do. So that was really great to read. I didn't really like her about halfway through the book, but toward the end, I really did. I loved her, and I was just rooting for her and for Lawrence and for everybody. And it is such a good book. The side characters are really interesting, and they do play a really big part in the story. I never felt like Claire was throwing in stuff just for the heck of it. I do feel like everything had a point. And it was so fast-paced. I immediately was, captivated by the story, and I just wanted to know what was going on. There's only one thing that really bothered me, and it's the last page of the book, and I can't tell you what that is necessarily without ruining it for you, but I was really at the end of it like, really? They had to do that? Really? And if you have read the book, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It just was like, no. Sometimes the endings of books just get me, and this was one where I was like, no, cannot be that way. So with all of that dramatic talk, like I said, I did give this a 5 out of 5 star rating on my Goodreads. I really enjoy this. I think a lot of people kind of get turned off by middle grade books, but this was so interesting, and I really want to pick up some more of Claire's books because I absolutely loved this, and I really hope that you guys will pick it up, and I will catch you guys in my next video.